Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Shining Brighter. My name's Nick, and if you like the content that I'm providing, please take a moment to comment, like, subscribe, hit the hype button, help my channel to grow so I can reach out and help as many people as possible. The last video I put out was about healing being the greatest gift I had ever given myself, and that hasn't changed at all. One of the parts that's most important in healing has to do with acknowledging and accepting and feeling your feelings, no matter what they are, whether it be anger, frustration, sadness, depression, questioning your worth, your value, wondering if you did something wrong. Whatever the feeling is, if you don't face it and deal with it, you're not going to be able to move forward and heal and get better. And it's a very difficult thing to do because it's hard. It hurts. It's painful. Especially if you're dealing with something like a heartbreak or the loss of a loved one or a betrayal, whatever it is, you're not wrong for feeling it. And nobody that truly cares about you will tell you otherwise. I know for myself, there are very few people that I will share the full depths of my feelings with. And that is sadly because so many people in my life have betrayed me or have failed me or taken advantage or, whatever the case may be. It's sad, but it's the truth. And I think a lot of times because of that, I didn't acknowledge my feelings. I didn't give myself permission to really dive deep and feel the full weight of whatever was bothering me. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I was explaining, I was having a rough day. And I said, I know there are so many people that have it so much worse than I do. And I try to keep that perspective when I'm, dealing with my feelings. And my friend said to me, you don't have to do that. And I said, I don't have to do what? And she said, you're minimizing your own feelings by saying, there are people who have it worse off than you do. You don't have to make excuses for how you feel. You don't have to judge yourself against others. You don't have to compare your life and your struggles to what other people go through, because your feelings are valid. And no matter how you view your life versus anybody else, you need to be okay with your feelings, and you need to acknowledge them and deal with them and feel them. There was a long time where I went through a period where I wanted to and knew I needed to cry, but I was just not capable. And I don't know what it was that was preventing me. And I'm not ashamed to say that either, because, crying is just a very natural and healthy way of releasing pain or frustration or sadness or anger or whatever you're dealing with. It's not something to be embarrassed about. Not in any way, shape, or form. And anybody who tells you otherwise, good luck to them, because clearly, they're not capable of dealing with their feelings. And that's sad. I don't wish that for anybody. It's for many people, it's hard to talk about. It's hard to admit. It's hard to open up, because that means you're trusting somebody with something very personal, very private, very painful, in whatever way it is. And again, trust can be a very difficult thing, especially if you haven't had people in your life that have been honored by the trust that you've placed in them and shown you that you're safe with them, that your feelings are safe, your pain is safe, or that they're not going to judge you or use it against you at some point. And that's probably the biggest betrayal, is when you do open up to somebody that you believe is supposed to be somebody that you can trust, only to have them turn around and use it against you later on, knowing that it's a betrayal, knowing that it's going to hurt you, and quite honestly not caring. And I've been through that many times. Sadly, people that I should have been able to trust with anything, people who told me, hey, it's okay, you can talk to me. It's part of the reason that I blew my life up 3 years ago, and initiated a divorce and initiated leaving work. I was just tired of being around people who just wanted to do whatever they could do to hurt me, and to throw it in my face and to use it against me and betray my trust. And it's a very miserable thing, because I didn't do that to those people. I took good care of them. I was a true friend to them. I was a good husband. And my reward for those things was to be shamed, betrayed, hurt, frustrated, angered, manipulated. And while I'm grateful for the lessons that I learned, and the way it helped me become the better, stronger version of myself that I am now, it was a very harsh way to learn those lessons and to grow. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So if somebody is taking a chance and confiding in you and trusting you with their pain, honor that by keeping it safe. Don't betray them. Don't use it against them. Don't hurt them with it. Understand just what a precious gift they're giving you, and take care of that person, because someday you're going to need somebody like that. And chances are, if that person confided in you and they showed you their pain and their weakest or most sad or hurt moments, and you protected them, there's a very good chance that they're going to be there for you and they'll take good care of you too. So again, it's okay to feel your feelings. You have to do it to heal. You have to do it to get through it. You have to do it to grow stronger. You have to do it to grow as a person. Be careful who you confide in, but please do find somebody that you can trust and confide in, because you need to talk to somebody. You can't do it alone. You can't go without talking to somebody. And if you don't allow yourself to acknowledge your feelings, to feel them, to understand that it's okay to feel the way you do, then those things are just going to follow you and they're going to continue to hurt, and you're never going to heal. And it will compound and it will get worse over time. Nobody should ever tell you what you can or can't or should or shouldn't feel. They're not you. They don't know. They have no right. And chances are, if they're telling you that, they're not a safe person for you to talk to. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that person wants you to be hurt or that they're going to try to. Chances are they're just not capable of helping you because they haven't healed themselves from whatever's hurting them. So find somebody that you can trust. Find somebody that you're safe with. Talk it through, but in your private time as well. Own it, understand it, acknowledge it, feel it, validate your feelings because they're real. And you got to go through them to get better. It's not an easy road. It hurts a lot, especially if you are betrayed by somebody that you thought was somebody you could count on or rely on or that you were safe with. But learn from that if it happens. I don't want anybody to get to a point where they build a wall of armor up around themselves and feel like they can't trust anybody, because that's not going to help either. Just choose wisely. But please know your feelings are valid no matter what. And it's okay to have them. And it's okay to be sad, angry, frustrated, hurt. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to feel joy. It's okay to feel relief. No matter what your feelings are, they're yours. They're real. They're valid. And they're okay. So it's probably the hardest part of the healing journey, because it's also scary to go through. Acknowledging pain and sadness and sorrow and frustration and anger is very difficult. It's very stressful. Betrayal is probably one of the hardest to deal with. But I promise you, if you go through and you do feel your feelings and you do validate and acknowledge them, you'll be able to work through them. And when you do, you will come out so much better on the other side. And just know that no matter what anybody tells you, you're safe here. I believe in you. And I'm telling you, you're good. Your feelings are valid. And it's okay to have them. So as always, my friends, know your value, know your worth, respect yourselves. I see you all for who you really are, and I truly do love you all for it. Until next time, my friends, have a wonderful night.